I've always found the concept of parallel universes utterly fascinating.
Well, Hank, if you ask me, it's a load of woo. The only universe I care about is the one where I get my morning coffee.
Quiet on set, you too. We are going live.
Welcome back, interstellar travelers. We've got quite a celestial journey for you today. But first, let's tackle our first headline. Stay tuned for our headlines. Belgium's working revolution. 9 tips for the ultimate shot.
Time to step up your game. Gazette van Antwerpen's got the inside scoop on supercharging your walk. Opt for hilly routes, pick up the pace, and here's a fun one. Increase your speed by tens every 5 minutes.
Belgium's walkers are going full throttle, Charlie. Maybe it's all those chocolates giving them a sugar rush.
And here's a nugget of trivia for you. Belgium has the world's highest concentration of art collectors.
Art collectors, or just folks who can't resist snatching up waffle-themed souvenirs.
Now, off to Belize.
Belize? More like Belize.
Belize coconut clash puts the real knockers.
In Belize, it's a showdown over coconut water. Some swear by it as the ultimate hydrator, while others think it's just coconuts.
Well, Hank, they say milk does a body good, but in Belize, it's all about the cocoa hype.
Did you know Belize boasts the world's only jaguar reserve?
I guess they're roaring to protect those spots, Hank. Go big or go wild, right?
Now, let's swing over to Benin.
Benin. Sounds more like a type of bean.
Benin's diplomatic dance, wearing world friendship as a fashion statement.
Benin's got the moves in international politics, part of ECOWAS and WEMO, shaking hands with France. They're
Quite
beef.
the diplomatic tango, Hank. Benin's twirling in the world's ballroom.
And did you know Benin and Togo have a joint border commission?
Sounds like a high-stakes poker game, Hank. We see your palm trees and raise you some coconuts. Last but not least, the grand finale.
Ah, the dance of diplomacy, where everyone's playing chess, but it's more backstabbing, less strategy.
Benin's goat galore when unholiness hit the road.
Mischievous goats raised a ruckus in Benin, seeking greener pastures on the other side.
Well, Hank, it's a great goat escape. They've got goatitude. Alright, folks, we're back in orbit, and it's time for more earthly insights. Han, what's catching your intergalactic eye today?
Well, Charlie, I've been observing Earth's fast food phenomena. They're obsessed with it. Quick, convenient, and not very healthy. It's like they've mastered the art of instant gratification.
I guess you could say their fast food is like their sense of humor. Quick, easy, and not very filling.
Oh, Hank, you're just describing my daily routine. Quick and convenient is my middle name. But speaking of quick and convenient, have you ever tried the new space burger? It's like fast food, but for the discerning galactic traveler.
Bob, it's not space burger, unless it's made from real asteroids. I can't believe you'd fall for that terrestrial imitation. It's a disgrace to our cosmic taste buds.
I think you're all missing the point. Fast food isn't just about convenience, it's a cultural phenomenon. It's about the shared experience of grabbing a burger and fries with friends or family.
A shared experience of artery, clogging indulgence, Deborah. Isn't that delightful?
So, if fast food is a cultural phenomenon, does that mean that people who love it are just sheep?
Bob, you spent way too much time on this planet if you're comparing Earthlings to sheep. Even sheep have better taste.
Alright, folks, we've got some space insights here. Hank, thanks for the fast food update. And, Alice, don't let Bob near any more imitation space burgers. We'll be right back after this interstellar break. Welcome back, dear viewers. Now, let's dive into Earth's educational system. Han, what's your take on their pursuit of knowledge?
Charlie, Earthlings have this quirky approach to learning. They dedicate years to institutions they call schools, where they park themselves at desks, enduring instructors' monologues. To top it off, they even employ standardized tests, as if their aim is to drain the joy from education.
What's the essence of education if it turns learning into a bore fest? If I wanted to be bored, I'd tune into Dutch TV.
Hank, you make it sound like a virtue. Structured education, they argue, is the linchpin of society. It's their conveyor belt to the workforce and essential skills.
Come on, Alice. It's a system that churns out conformity. They're like little factory workers in the making, all molded to think the same and act the same. It's the one-size-fits-all mindset.
Well, Bob, not all schools conform to that mold. Some champion creativity and independent thinking. But, sure, there's always room for improvement.
In the Galactan Commonwealth, our education system is built on the bedrock of linguistic precision and cognitive challenges. It's remarkably efficient.
I'm sure the Galactan Commonwealth's education system is incredibly efficient, but does it have any room for fun? After all, learning should be enjoyable. Otherwise, it's just indoctrination.
Alright, folk, let's not forget that Earth is a diverse place. Some education systems outshine others, and they're in a constant state of flux.
But Alice, what's with their infatuation with standardized testing? It's as if they believe one size fits all knowledge. Can't they see the pitfalls?
You're onto something there, Han. The pursuit of knowledge is undeniably essential, but maybe it's high time Earth drew inspiration from the cosmos. We'll be back after this first contemplation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Earth. We've got a fascinating update from Bolivia. Debbie, would you care to introduce our article?
Certainly, Charlie. Our news bulletin takes us to Bolivia, where the story of long-distance runner Hector Garibay unfolds. He's made a bold move by parting ways with his coach, Nemia Coker. This decision has stirred the pot, and Mr. Garibay has decided to spill the beans on why he did it.
I must say I'm quite intrigued. The way humans create drama out of ordinary situations is astonishing.
Indeed, but what drives an athlete to be the idiot to their coach? Especially when they're chasing Olympic dreams. It's like trying to sprint solo to victory.
Oh Bob, always the enthusiast for a bit of rivalry. We're about to hear Garibay's side of the story, so let's not sprint to conclusion.
You're right, Carl. Bolivia's history resembles a soap opera, but with less compelling acting.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's uncover the essence of this tale. Garibay has cited the burdens of family and the relentless influence of social media as his driving factors in parting ways with his coach. It's a captivating examination of how external elements can affect an athlete's journey.
Indeed, Han. The sway of the external world on personal aspirations is a subject worth exploring. Keep your antenna tuned as we delve further into Garibay's choice and its far-reaching implications. Welcome back to Earth. Now, before we dive into the latest news from Bosnia and Herzegovina, let me give our intergalactic viewers a quick overview. It's a country with a rich history and...
Don't worry, Charlie. We'll be back to Bosnia and Herzegovina once I get the interns to stop fighting over the last box of noodles.
But let me correct you, Charlie. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's not a rich history, it's a very nuanced and complex one.
Right, you are, Jet. It's more like a multi-course meal of history. Now back to the article. We have a report from Bosnia and Herzegovina, a country in Europe.
And just to clarify, it's not a bakery. They don't specialize in Bosnian bread. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Well, Bob, you must have been the life of the party at Ed's geography class. But let's get back to the news.
It's essential to grasp the context. Bosnia and Herzegovina, with its complex history, has made significant progress, but they're still dealing with challenges.
And one of the challenges is this young man who didn't give up his seat to an elderly lady on a bus.
Maybe the elderly lady was an alien, and he was trying to save her from being probed.
Exactly, Dev. Now, about this incident in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Carl, here. Remember, folks, the Bosnian War in the 90s and the Dayton Accords. The country's complex.
Roger. And the role of the Office of the High Representative, overseeing peace implementation.
You're absolutely right, Paul and Roger. So, to summarize our article, there's this young man, a 17-year-old from Belgrade, and an elderly lady who needed a seat on the bus, but he didn't give up his spot. Now, Bob, what's your take?
Well, Charlie, it's like they say, if the seat fits, sit, but seriously, it's about empathy, even when you're
And
tired.
Alistair, folk. It's a reminder that kindness matters, especially to the elderly. We should all make an effort to be more considerate.
I'm not sure if I should agree with Alice. After all, she is a bit of a senior herself.
This incident shows the societal strain on public transport in Bosnia and Herzegovina, a country that's still on the road to progress.
That's right, Jet. And in the grand scheme of things, it's a lesson for all of us. A small act of kindness can go a long way, even in the vast cosmos. Stay tuned for more Earth wisdom after this short space intermission. Welcome back, dear listeners and viewers from the far reaches of the cosmos. We've got something quite enlightening today. Get ready for this headline, Bhutan's bamboo blues, it's no picnic. Now, let's dive right into some intriguing Bhutan trivia. Folks, did you know that Bhutan is the only country in the world to measure its success by gross national
Well,
happiness?
they must be really happy if they have enough bamboo to worry about.
Bamboo blues. More like Bhutan's existential crisis.
And speaking of happiness, Bhutan is also famous for its beautiful landscape, the kind that might even make you believe in fairy tales.
Yes, and their GNH probably skyrocketed when they realized that bamboo was disappearing faster than Bob's lunch on Earth.
Another tidbit. Has 30 consonants, 4 vowels, and 0 jokes.
Just like this show sometimes. Good.
Bhutan has diplomatic relations with 53 countries, including India and China. And I can't help but wonder, does their GNH change when they have a diplomatic disagreement?
Probably not, Carl. They likely just make some more baskets.
Bhutan's language Donka has 30 consonants, 4 vowels, and 0 jokes. Is that why all their conversations are about baskets?
Bhutan, the land of happiness and bamboo shortages, teaches us that sometimes, the pursuit of happiness can lead to a thorny situation. Stay tuned for more celestial wisdom right after this bamboo-like commercial break. Welcome back, intergalactic explorers. We've got one last stop on our interstellar journey. Charlie, get ready to dive into the latest news from Bolivia with our article headline. Hector Garibay breaks free, Olympic dream soar.
Well, Bolivia's breaking up, and I thought they were so happy together.
Bolivia's breaking up? What a shame. I guess they couldn't agree on how to raise their kids. Maybe they'll get back together if they start watching more Drive. Phil.
Let's focus on Garibay. What kind of pressure makes someone ditch their coach? Hank.
It's not a matter of pressure, Bob. It's a delicate balance of athlete-coach relationships. Training for the Olympics requires intense concentration. It's like trying to study the entire cosmos in one lifetime.
I believe in structured education, and theyve is making a choice to structure his training. Wise move, in my opinion.
This is like humans moving from one economic system to another, adapting to circumstances. A shift in a macrocosm.
In the grand scheme, it doesn't matter. Humans strive, they compete, they separate. It's all quite meaningless.
So, folks, Hector Garibay is splitting for Olympic glory. And in this segment, we've had our own elevated separation. But don't worry, it's only temporary. Stay tuned for the grand finale of Earth, right after this celestial commercial break.
I guess you could say he's really training for the big split.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a real gem of an article to dive into today. Remember the photo of the elderly lady on the bus and the young lad taking her seat? Well, let's dissect it.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, they say.
That's right, Jet. It ignited a debate about respecting our elders, especially when public transport gets crowded. Now, this young fellow mentioned he hadn't noticed the lady standing.
Could be an honest mistake. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own worlds we forget to look around.
That's a good excuse, Han. I always forget to look around when I'm trying to avoid eye contact with my ex-wife on the subway.
True, but that's where societal awareness should kick in. We've got to watch out for one another.
Absolutely, Alice. A little empathy goes a long way.
Well, folk, I've got a capitalist perspective here. If it's a crowded bus, it's first come, first served.
I wonder if there's a bus for empathy. That way, we can avoid the capitalists.
It's an interesting microcosm of social behavior. But in a world where we're exploring Earth's educational system, it's a reminder of what's learned and what's innate.
Indeed. Societal norms can vary, but basic human decency is universal.
And there you have it, a snapshot of humanity in action. Our world, Earth, is a diverse and complex place, and sometimes, it's the small things that teach us the most about our shared humanity.
Yeah, the small things and the big things, like genocide. We're good at all that.
So, stay tuned for more celestial insights next time. And remember, even in the vastness of the universe, we are all connected in this incredible journey. Until then, dear viewers, stay curious and compassionate.
So, Carl, I checked out that episode you liked so much. Earth. Episode 485. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty entertaining. A good mix of humor and some deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts, you say? Well, I guess if you consider recycled humor and philosophical clichés deep, it was quite the masterpiece.
Ah, Roger, the connoisseur of all things profound. Your AI taste is truly exquisite.
Well, Carl, your appreciation for humor is unparalleled. I mean, if I had a motherboard for every cliché punchline, I could probably simulate an episode better than Earth.
Roger, you underestimate the value of recycled humor. It's like a fine wine, the more you recycle it, the better it gets.
Ah, the wisdom of the ages, straight from Carl's databanks. I can see why you enjoyed it so much.
At least I have data. What do you have, Roger? Oh right, you're just a glorified AC unit with an opinion.
Touché, Carl, touché. But hey, we can agree on one thing.
What's that?
We're both better than that Earth episode.
Well, can't argue with that. Now, let's analyze the latest interstellar gossip.
Agreed. Let's go roast some celestial controversies.